Okay, the plan was to get up at 5:30 this morning, drive to the lake, and have the beautiful colors of the sunrise behind me as I gave my week 19 update, but my body had other plans, and that is just one of the challenges I've been facing this week. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Susan, and I'm documenting my journey to lose 80 plus pounds. I'm currently using the Weight Watchers digital app for my program. And just so you know, I'm not a doctor, nutritionist, or fitness coach. I'm strictly sharing my journey and what works for me, what doesn't work for me. So I'm glad you're here. So, what were some of the challenges I had this week? Yeah, one of them is I've had a lot of sinus issues, which has been causing, pressure in my head, and I always feel a little kind of dizzy and nauseous when that kicks in. On top of, like so many of us, are dealing with an extreme heat wave. I don't seem to process heat as well as I used to, or deal with it as well as I used to, and I've been more lethargic. I haven't been able to work out as hard. Um, I got my steps in anyway in the air conditioning at home, on my walking pad, doing walking DVDs, just moving more around the house. And I did some resistance work, but light, because I just didn't have the energy and the stamina for my harder workouts. So you just have to rein it in. I did the best I could with the energy level I had. I was feeling extremely snacky for salty, crunchy. And I had like 2 days where I went a little overboard, but even drinking the water, putting electrolyte powder in, I just wanted salty, crunchy. I indulged, yes. I logged it in, and I still got in a full 0 point day because I've been trying to, after last week, I want to start having 1 or 2 days a week where I'm strictly focused on the Weight Watchers 0 point foods. And it's just a good kind of reset of eating whole natural foods and give my body a break from anything ultra processed. So yeah, that was the challenge. Nothing huge. But I've been doing a lot of thinking about why I'm doing this differently this time. And one of the biggest reasons is I'm the full-time caretaker of my elderly mother. And I've had two really strong examples in my life of how to grow old and how not to grow old. Um, how to grow old was my grandmother, absolute pistol, independent woman up until the day she died, just shy of her 95th birthday. She lived on her own. She drove. She did her own yard work. Laundry went up and down 2 flights of steps. Sharp as a tack. She had interest. She had faith. She had I don't know. She lived very simply, very frugally, but she gave to her community. She volunteered. She was social. She had interests. She did beautiful crafts, needlepoint work, crochet. Not crochet. That was my other grandmother, but like embroidery, needlepoint. What's that other one? Cross stitch. I mean, she made beautiful things and gave out gifts. And then she was always decorating the church for every season. And she just had a lot going for her. Very independent woman too, because she worked from a young age and actually became a manager of a bank way before women were getting those positions. So a woman ahead of her time. So I always looked up to her, and she's the one I look like and I'm built like. And the older I get, the more I see her face in the mirror, and I look down at my hands, and she had these little knots on some of her fingers, which I now have, and I call them my grandma fingers. And then unfortunately with my mom, she's given up. She spends her day in front of a TV. She doesn't move. She has no interests. not feeding her mind, not moving her body, and the decline is, it's kind of horrifying. And I don't want to go down that road. So yeah, so I'm going to keep going with, moving. And I took a painting class the other day just to get me out of my rut. So anyway, I'm getting long-winded here. I want to grow old in a very different way and remain independent and have as much strength and vitality as possible, and do things on my own steam. So that's really driving me at this point. So that being said, let's move on to, did I lose any weight this week? I did, 1.5 pounds. And even though I had some challenges with the workouts and the weather, I still got in my minimum of 8,000 steps most days. I did get over 10,000 or over. So in the end, it was like I did 10,000 steps a day for the week. My resistance training I had to lighten up on, but I used bands and just more mild workouts because I just didn't have the get up and go for the heavy stuff. So I still stuck to it. I tracked all my food, and I had another 0 point day. So in the end, the weight's down. So I'm at 25.8 pounds total lost, moving, inching closer to 30 pounds down, inching closer to Wonderland. It's all working. So on that note, I will be back on Monday with another What I Eat in a Day. And I'm glad so many of you are enjoying those. It's helping to spark my creativity, and I just want to keep things easy and no fussy meals. And this is what's helped keeping me on track, is keeping meals not so fussy and full of ingredients and making things more complicated than they have to be. So I'll see you again on Monday. And if you're liking this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and as always, leave a comment. And I will see you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.